Hi guys, happy Homebrew Wednesday number 1 for me. Tonight it's actually Friday night, so that's generally when I make my beers. So tonight I'm going to make an amber triple hopped ale. So I just fancy doing an amber ale for some reason. Nice hoppy, not too high on the IBU. It's going to be around 35 I think. So yeah, so I'm going to use this as the base. The Cooper's amber malt extract. Got my yeast, my USO5, and then I've got 3 hop additions. So I'm going to put one in from the start. Obviously I'll boil that for 15 minutes. Then the second one is going to go in with 8 minutes remaining. And then the third one is half a Protafloc tablet with that too. And then the third one is going to be at flame out. This triple hop is Citra, Cascade and Amarillo, and it's 7 grams each for each edition. And I don't know yet, I may choose to dry hop it after 5 days with the same quantity, 21 grams, 7, 7, 7 of each. I think I will do that. So I've got my gear sterilising. Also, sorry, which I didn't mention on the ingredients, I'm just doing a little bit of carapils, 75 grams. Probably don't really need that, but I'm going to stick it in anyway because I had it in the cupboard. And this is my water I'm going to do the boil with. Now I'm only using a bit of water. I've got 4 litres in there. And just water comes to the boil, and I've got my carapils steeping in another litre. So I'm going to do my boil basically in about 5 litres and hop that, and then obviously I'll make the rest up with some pure water. At the end make it up to, which I haven't said, and it's actually an 11.5 litre back, so I'll top it up to 11.5 litres through the strainer, pitch the yeast, and hopefully I'll have a nice low to mid IBU hoppy amber ale in a few weeks. So the water's just come up to the boil now. What I didn't mention also was I'm actually going to put in around about 500 grams of the amber malt into the water while I do the hop additions, and then when that process is complete I'll obviously put it in the fermenter and then put the remainder, which is about the kilo of the amber malt, into the fermenter then and stir it all up. So I'm not actually going to boil all of that, I'm just going to do about 500 grams. Right, so I put the steeped carapils in the pan. It was steeped for about half an hour, and I've also put in the 500 grams of amber malt. So it's just going to come to the boil. When it does that, I'm going to add in the first hop addition. It's 21 grams, it's a mix of 7 and 7 and 7, as I said before. It's going to be a 25-minute boil. So this first hop addition will go in and boil for 15 minutes, and then the second one will go in for the last 8 minutes, and then after the third one will be the flame out addition. Just realised as well, guys, I've committed the cardinal sin, and I didn't have a beer, so I've just cracked this one open. It's called Harvest Pale Finest Blonde 4.3%. I got 3 bottles for a £5 from Morrison's before, so I think this is it's going to be a really nice one. As you can see there, I'm not able to make that out. It's brewed with Centennial, Cascade and Chinook hops. So never seen this one before. Let's give it a quick taste. Oh yeah, That puts you in the mood. Okay, so that's just coming to a boil now, so I'm going to add the first addition, 21 grams, 777, and that's going to go in for 15 minutes. Yeah, look at that. I just love that green colour. Just give that a quick stir. Smells really good, that. This is a really great start to the weekend brewing beer, I tell you. There you go. So set the timer for 15 minutes. Yeah, just something else I forgot to mention, I think, before, just as we're coming up to the second hop addition, is the Amarillo hops were whole leaf hops. The Cascade and Citra hops were pellets, so it's the Amarillo ones, as you can see there, which are the whole hops. Okay, so that's 15 minutes, so I'm going to put the second addition in now. I can't remember if I said 8 or 10 for this, but I'm going to do it for 8, so it'll be a 23-minute boil. I know that sounds a bit odd, but that's kind of scaled down, so it's a half batch. So that goes in there, and here's the half Protafloc tablet going in as well. There it goes. Just excuse the angle here, it's a bit difficult, I haven't got a massive area, so just give that a stir. So just while waiting for that 8-minute boil, just thought I'd show you that that's about as rapid as I can get a boil on my cooker. It's a decent sized burner I've got it on, but yeah, I mean it is a rolling boil, but I just thought I'd show you that because it didn't look like it was boiling too much when I added that last hop addition. But yeah, it's not too bad. Right, I'm going to turn. I'm just going to put the last addition in. The final amount. Stir that round. The flame out hops, so off it goes. Now it might seem like quite a lot of hops out. I've put about 60 odd grams of hops in there, but because I'm doing I've got this online and calculated it out, so because it's a shorter boil, that's why I've put more hops in there, so hopefully it should be just right. Okay, so at flame out I just let that sit on the cooker for about 10 minutes, and I've now just got it sat in a water bath, just try and get that temperature down a bit, so I'll probably give it 10 or 15 minutes sat there in that cold water, and then I'll strain it into the fermenter to get all the bits and bats out, and then I'll top it up with some cold bottled water, which I'm going to use. I've got that sitting in the fridge if I need to take that temperature down, so I'll get all that in the fermenter and get it up to the 11.5 litre mark. I'll give it a whisk and then I'll pitch the yeast, take a gravity reading before that obviously, and that'll be it I think. So I'm just having a grolsch actually. I do still like lager, even though I'm really into my ales, but I've been buying these grolsch because I want these bottles for me pale ale all grain that I did last week, that small batch, so it should look nice in them. So yeah. Right, I'm just going to wind this up now. So I forgot to mention, I think in the last little frame, that I've put the rest of the amber malt in now. Obviously clean the tin out with some hot water, put that in there, and I'm just waiting for the last dregs to strain through. So I'm going to give that a very good mix. As I say, top it up with water and pitch the yeast after the gravity reading, sorry. Pitch the yeast, and then that's it. I'll bang the lid on, put the bubbler on, and there you go. I'll give you an update in a couple of weeks. Cheers guys, please like my video. Thanks a lot, bye.